Greetings casters and cryptids, Cutthroat Zoo here, and this is the start of my classic gameplay series. I'm going to try a bunch of different things with my channel, try deck techs, gameplay, maybe some MetaZoo news, but just see what sticks, what people resonate with, and have some fun making content along the way. For the first week here, we'll be playing some classic MetaZoo decks. Today we'll have a dark deck featuring a splash of forest against a flame deck. This will be in the classic format that will be featured in the local Legends tournament. In this format, decks can only consist of the Cryptid Nation and Nightfall sets, as well as a handful of promos that had come out prior to Nightfall. I'll be playing with my daughter. She's just learning how to play, so we'll make some mistakes along the way and I'll be teaching her as we go. So let's get this game going and I'll add some commentary along the way. We'll start with 40 card decks and a 15 card side deck. We'll just be playing best of one for now. We'll roll or flip a coin to see who goes first. Set up the life points. Both casters start with 1,000 life points in Classic MetaZoo. Both casters draw 7 cards to start off the game. After checking out what you drew, see if you got enough aura to play what cards you got. Then there will be an option for a mulligan. You can trade in the cards and shuffle them back into your deck, drawing 6 the next time, and you can repeat that, drawing 1 less each time. Okay, it takes a little bit to show her what's a good hand to start with, so then we get started. First caster bookmarks or draws 1 at the beginning. I'll play a Forest Aura. I'll fatigue it so I can play a bookmark. Bookmark lets you bookmark 2 cards off the top of your deck and add them to your hand. That's all I can do this turn, so I'll pass turn to her. She plays a Flame Aura. Reminder to her to draw a card for the beginning of the turn. She'll fatigue that in order to play a bookmark as well, and she'll draw 2 cards. Getting a sizable hand together so we have plenty of options to play. Over on the left is the Afterlife, Cemetery, and Limbo. Different cards from MetaZoo go in each discard pile, because certain spells or effects can only affect one or the other pile. So I'll play a Dark Aura. I'll fatigue the Forest to pay for a Gumberoo. Gumberoos are fun to play, but tricky to play against. They can reduce all combat damage that they take to 0. If they get damaged by a flame page or inflicted with burn, the caster takes 50 damage. When they attack, they can also reduce their attack to 0 to bounce an enemy creature back and get a bonus from other fearsome beastie critters in the arena. She played a Fireball, does 25 damage and inflicts burn. For burn in MetaZoo, you roll a die, and the amount on the die is inflicted to the enemy caster or creature. That amount rolls down once every turn at the beginning of the turn until it's gone. Anytime the caster would attack or the creature would fatigue, 20 damage would be dealt. Now it's my turn. I'll play a Blood Ruby. Comes in fatigue to begin with. I can fatigue during my next turn to give me 2 Dark Aura. I'll pass the turn to her because that's all I can do. She'll play another Fireball, 25 damage. If I already have burn on me, I can't receive any additional burn unless there's something special about the card fact. Looks like we missed a trigger last time, and I was supposed to place burn on me. But caught up on that now. Just casual play. In a competitive event, both players are responsible to make sure all the actions trigger properly. She'll play an Absorb Aura. Absorb Aura is destroy an artifact, and if it's a 0-cost artifact, the caster gets to draw 1 card, bookmark, and gets a aura added to their aura pool, which is the same as the card that was destroyed. So she had a dark aura added. She didn't have anything she could play with it, so she passed the turn on to me. Here I am explaining exactly how it works. At the end of every turn, any aura that's accumulated in the aura pool gets depleted for the start of the next turn. If you want to play any instant cards on your opponent's turn, you'd want to make sure that you have some aura cards still awakened and untapped to be able to cast additional spells. So I'll take my draw, beginning of the turn. And I'll pass. Nothing I can either play in my hand or waiting for a combo to come together. She'll play an Unending Fire Crystal. Same with the Blood Ruby, comes in fatigued. It's an artifact that when it's fatigued, it can generate 2 additional Flame Aura. It has 50 LP and costs 0 to cast. Not much she can do with only 1 Flame Aura up at the moment. Oh, looked like she passed it off to me. And I'll play a Chaos Crystal. These have significantly less LP, 25, so they are easy to crack and break. But you can fatigue this page at any time to generate 3 aura of any type. So real powerful if you can get it to stick around. But it's definitely a target right away for the opponent when they see it. So I'll pass back to her. She'll awaken the cards on her side of the field. Drew her card for the beginning of the turn. She'll fatigue her Flame Aura for an additional bookmark spell. She'll draw her 2 cards. She'll fatigue the Unending Fire Crystal to accumulate 2 Flame Aura. Let's see what she does with it. Explain the difference between the 2 artifacts there. Her flame deck definitely is heavy with the fireballs, and she can pretty freely cast them throughout. She'll absorb my crystal. She'll gain 1 neutral aura. Remind her she gets a draw as well. So at the moment she has 1 neutral and 2 flame at her disposal. She'll play another fireball, 25 damage. I'll have a roll for burn. Looks like I'll get burned for 2. The app I'm using is the Caster Society app. Not available on the App Store anymore. But if you can get your hands on a APK of it, it's still downloadable for smartphones. She'll hit me with another fireball for 25 damage. Slowly chipping away my life. And she'll pass back onto me. I'll take my draw. Part of my resistance to play anything is if I played more Gumberoo, or perhaps one of my other weaker beasties or fireballs would be able to knock them out quick. So looks like I'll play New Beginnings. This is the less powerful of the 2 New Beginnings cards. This one just has both casters shuffle their hand back into the deck and bookmark 7 cards. The more powerful Holiday Edition is New Year's New Beginnings. Now that one, both casters have to discard their entire hand into the cemetery. destroying whatever cards and combos they had planned before drawing 7 cards. For now, with these classic decks, we're just playing new beginnings, but once I get more copies of the New Year's, we'll be including those in the decks. Definitely a top tier play to let your opponent collect plenty of cards for their hand just to destroy them all. Looks like I'm going to absorb Aura hers as well. Definitely the longer those crystals stay out, the more benefit the opposing caster gets. So bookmark a card and add a Flame Aura to my Aura pool. I'll fatigue a Dark Aura. Play Napa Rebob. Napa Rebob has 25 life points, gets double damage when attacking a caster when a banana's on the field, and does a flat 25 damage. It is flying, so only flying creatures can attack it, but any creature can defend against it when it attacks. It also can get a bonus if it's nighttime or suburban tears are out. Unfortunately, with that 25 life, it is very vulnerable to her fireballs that she surely has more of. So fatigue some more aura to play Power Up Red. Power Up Red gets placed under a target beastie. While it's under the beastie cannot gain Immortal and gains 100 LP and 100 damage. I'll play Lightning in a Bottle. It awakens target beastie, and that beastie gains first strike at the end of turn. This will allow me to get off an attack right away, since the damage gets added to 100, so that's a 125 flat damage, and Napa Rebob's ability allows it to be doubled, so 250 damage with Napa. You can get a lot of damage done in one turn with a Napa Rebob that's powered up, especially with more Lightning in the Bottles. She'll play another Flame Aura. She'll let her know that you can only play one basic aura per turn. And she'll Fireball. With the added bonuses Napa has, it won't perish immediately, but it'll still take that 25 damage, as well as take the burn status. So I'll have her roll for burn. And Napa will be taking extra damage while it's burned if it attacks again. A full 6 on the die. At the beginning of each turn, as a reminder, that'll roll down 1. She'll hit it with another Fireball for a total of 50 damage on Napa. I'll leave it with 75 LP remaining. I'm banking on her not having enough fireballs to completely knock him out. One reason the Flame deck here slings so many fireballs is, as we might see later, it has the Cassia the Anthra card that lets you recast cards out of your cemetery. So you get a lot of extra uses out of all those cheap fireballs. So I'll awaken for the beginning of my turn. Bookmark 1. I'll fatigue a Forest Aura for another Gumberoo. Can easily be taken out by them fireballs, but hoping to get some extra damage in. And I'll drop a Mothman. This is the promo out of the blister. It's got Flying and Fear. If there's an opposing beastie, I'd flip a coin to possibly bounce that beastie back to my opponent's hand. Gets a bonus from City and Nighttime. Its abilities when it's in the arena, whenever an opponent contracts a beastie, that beastie comes in Scared. Scared's a little different than Fear, that every time that beastie goes to attack, the caster has to flip a coin. Heads, the attack is successful and Scared's removed. Tails, their beastie bounces back to their hand. So I'll fatigue my Nappa Rebob. I'll take my 20 damage and then do another 250 damage to my opponent. And with that, I'll end turn. She'll awaken her side of the field. Looks like she forgot to draw a card. Oh, there it is. Definitely depending on some of the card's effects, you want to make sure to awaken, bookmark, and then start playing. Or else you might miss a trigger. She's a bit frustrated at the moment that I have such a strong side on my board. Not impossible to get over, but with such low aura there, she probably wouldn't have anything that can clear me out. Oh, me remembering to roll down how many burn counters are on Nappa. She's checking out her cards, learning what they do. This one is Phoenix Rain. For 3 Flame Aura, it deals 100 damage to all casters playing. And all non-flame and non-water beasties in the arena also get inflicted with burn. While this would harm her as well, it's used in a valuable combo in this deck. There's a 1-turn possible 1000 damage combo that she could cast if she lined it up correctly. The other deck that goes with that combo is Boil Over. So letting her know here that Boil Over is a bit of a reflection spell that if one's been casted this turn, it only costs 0 after that, so there's multiple in the deck. And what it does is any damage that would be, here it is, would be done to you, also gets damage to the opponent. So that 100 damage that you take from Phoenix Rain will actually multiply back onto me. So the big combo for this deck is playing 3 Boil Overs. And then if Gassie's out, she could play an additional 3 Boil Overs for even more damage. So not something she has the aura for now, but a combo that she can look for in later games to try to pull off. One side effect of Boil Over is if you aren't burned, you get burn added to your caster when it's played for the first time. Six to be exact. So minor drawback for the very large amount of damage you can pull off. She's checking if there's anything she can do with a power-up red, but it has to be placed under a beastie, so nothing she can do with that at this time. So she'll pass the turn back to me. I'll roll down that burn counter. I'll awaken all my aura and beasties. Take my bookmark for the start of turn. And see if I can finish her off. Gumberoo doesn't have any bonuses from other creatures out at the moment, so we'll just do a flat 10. Mothman will do 50 itself. And my Nappa Rebob will take the 20 damage for burn and hit for another 250 damage. She's getting to the end of the rope here and probably won't be able to dig herself out. She got another Flame Aura. See if there's anything she can put out. And she found her Cassie. So no additional order to play things out of the cemetery at the moment, but Whatever spell she does cast counts towards its eruption attack, does a flat 20 plus 10 damage for every spell that she contracted this turn. It also gets an extra 25 life if River Terror was out. Costs 2 neutral and 2 flame to cast. Pairs very well with the Piazza Bird that's in that deck. The Piazza Bird makes flame spells cost 1 less. So with those fireballs only costing 1, if she gets out a combo of Gassy and Piazza, then she can recast all of the fireballs in her cemetery every turn for free. Looks like close to defeat. She just passed the turn back to me instead to let me finish her off. Roll down that burn counter once more. Do a 10 with Gumberoo, a 50 with Mothman. And then I'll do the finishing blow of 250 with Nappa Rebobs. I was lucky to get that out so early, as well as to have her Aura Starved. And we'll finish off that game. That was a pretty quick one. And I hope that next time she gets some better draw. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you at the next game.